Good afternoon and welcome to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. We've got the Manchester Magic taking on the Westminster Warriors in NBL Division 1. Tip-off is around 2.5 minutes away. And my name's Kaz Bullock and I'll be with you throughout today's game. Adam Masters of Brand 161 is hopefully joining us as he speeds back from Leeds, not over the speed limit though, in an appropriate amount of speed in his car. So hopefully he'll be joining us very shortly. But before we get things underway today, so Manchester currently sat in 13th place in Division 1 at 4-19. It's been a difficult season for them and they were coming into this game needing to win all 3 games and hope some other results went their way in order to stay in Division 1. Now we've just got confirmation that London have lost their game to Derby. So London will a spot ahead of Manchester, so London playing Derby and playing Westminster as well. So Manchester need to win 3 wins from their last 3 remaining games, and they also need London to lose their remaining games. So London did lose earlier today against Derby, so they will need London to lose to Westminster. And Magic will need to go 3 of 3 to approach the end of the season. And Westminster in 14th place in the standings, 2-21, so they will be relegated back down to Division 2 after moving up at the end of last season. So if we have a look at how these 2 teams match up. Westminster averaging 77 points per game to the Magic's 67, so should be a close one today. As teams come onto court, and the Magic will be playing in blue and the Westminster Warriors in green. So starting 5 today we have for the Magic, Cathal Ullit-Wall, Andre Gale, Ben Brown, Time Regent Bascom and Bailey Goodall. And for the Warriors we have Jardel Kerr, Jordan Gray, John Johnson, Tosin Oyelesi and Justin Hitchman. So it's the last weekend of home games for the Manchester Magic this weekend. A game against Derby tomorrow at 5:30 at the Manchester Basketball Centre as the season starts to come to a close. So jumping for the tip, it will be Jardel Kerr and Time Regent Bascom. And Time Regent Bascom with a big game last weekend against the Reading Rockets, 16 points, 4 rebounds for him as the ball is up and first touch is with, it looks like it was with the Warriors. So it's going to be with the Magic as they tipped it back to themselves, so it'll be Magic ball. As Ben Brown chases that down. Gets it into Regent Bascom. Andre Gale, he's been big for the Magic this season. Ullit-Wall pulls the trigger and fires a 3. It's no good. Warriors come up with it. Gray going against Ullit-Wall. Gray driving to the basket. Tough move, hangs in the air and eventually gets it to drop in. First points on the board for the Warriors. Brown looks to answer. Great pass over to Ullit-Wall, whose layup's blocked. It's picked up by Hitchman. Johnson fires. That 3's no good. Andre Gale grabs the rebound. Magic going to reset. Ullit-Wall round to Ben Brown spins, kicks it out to Andre Gale. Corner 3's up. No good. Gray gets his own rebound though, drives in, it's intercepted. Gray in control for the Warriors. Gray passes out, and big three from Justin Hitchman. Gets himself on the board. And Hitchman leading the Warriors in scoring this season. 14.4 points per game, having a great season as Ben Brown pulls up from the shoulder. That shot doesn't fall. Goodall hands it off to Brown. Brown. Fadeaways up, and that's good. Gets the Magic on the board. 5-2 Warriors lead. We've got 8 minutes to play in the first. Gray pulls up from three and hits. Back-to-back threes for the Warriors. Bullet wall for the Magic, spins it round to Gale. Brown tries to answer with a three of his own, doesn't go. Great pass inside from Westminster there. Kerr can't finish. Magic with a chance to cut into the lead here as Goodall slows things down. Bullet wall round to Gale. Back to Goodall. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 6. Bullet wall for three. In and out. Unlucky for that not to drop. As Kurt powers down the court, comes up against Brown, and that will be a foul call on Ben Brown. His first and the first team foul for the Magic. Johnson on the inbounds. Into Hitchman. And great baseline jumper from Hitchman. Takes the Warriors to 10, an 8-point lead. You can see early on why Hitchman so important for this Westminster Warriors team. As Gale pulls up from three, that doesn't drop. Leslie hands it off to Kerr, to Gray. Leslie turns, fires, too strong off the glass. Goodall chases down the rebound. Goodall going all the way, lays it in. Westminster moving the ball around the outside. Johnson pulls up from the free throw line and nails it. And that's a quick 8-point lead for the Warriors here, just under 6 minutes to play in the first. Brown. Bullet wall into Goodall, and it's just knocked down. Great hands by Kerr. And the ball's going to stay with the Magic. And it's possessions like that, just getting your hands into the passing lane, making the opposing team having to reset, can really just put off the team. As Brown swings it round to Ullit Wall. Oh, great pass inside to Goodall, who hangs, can't get the ball to drop though. Falls into the hands of Ben Brown, who drives to the basket. Tough move, can't get that to fall. Gray pulls up. His shot's good. Westminster off to a hot start here in the first quarter. That will be a 14-4 lead as Coach Pete Paraskiva wants a timeout for the Magic. Wants to talk things over. So Westminster currently being led by Jordan Gray at 7 points and an assist. He is 3 of 3 from field goal range. And Justin Hitchman hitting 5 points as well as grabbing a rebound. For the Magic, Ben Brown and Bailey Goodall dropping in 2 points apiece. As Westminster hold an early lead here in the first quarter. We got 5:09 to play. So the Magic will be next at home tomorrow against Derby, which will be their last home game of the season. That will be at 5:30 p.m. So head down to the Manchester Basketball Centre or catch the game live on the Manchester Magic and Mystics YouTube channel. Well, back on the court here today. About to get things back underway. As it will be Magic ball. Bullet Wall controls things for the Magic. Looking for some space. Westminster clogging the paint here. Regent Bascom. Step back, kicks it out to Brown. Brown, great move to the basket. Finger roll just doesn't go. Taps it into the hands of Hitchman. Gray hands it off. Kerr. Stepping through, stripped. Ullet Wall. He's going 1-on-2. He's going to have to slow it down. Out to Goodall. Goodall driving to the basket, kicks it out. Ben Brown with a wide open three, doesn't drop. Great. Unable to keep the ball inside there as he's pressured by Ullet Wall and Goodall. So it'll be a turnover and ball will be back with the Magic. Brown to Goodall. Hands it off to Gale. Gale pulls up for three. And that hits. Nothing but net for Andre Gale on that one. Puts the lead to 7. Just under 4 minutes to play in the first. Gray. Great pass into Kerr. Kerr just lays it in off the glass. Gale swings it around to Brown. Brown with a spin move, back out. Regent Bascom, his three's good. Magic getting into a bit of a rhythm here late in the first. Gray calling for the screen. Rolls off to Duru. Duru going baseline, comes up against Goodall. Into Kerr with a nice jumper. Ben Brown finds himself all alone under the basket and lays it in. Hitchman fires a deep three. That one doesn't drop. Regent Bascom stops, pulls up from three. That one's short. Great pass inside, has it blocked, and ball's loose, but time Regent Bascom comes up with it for the Magic. Andre Gale manages to keep it alive with a great little spin around the sideline. Gale, crossover, driving, spins, puts it up, doesn't get it to fall. Westminster charging down the court. Oganoa is fouled, so he's going to head to the line and shoot 2. So we have a substitution for Manchester, Ty Brown and Greg Wild checking in. And for Westminster, Dre Brown coming in for Justin Hitchman. So Oganoa at the line for 2. First shot's good. Second one rolls out, but Duru grabs the rebound and is fouled as he goes back for the putback. So Westminster back to the line and 2 quick fouls on the Magic. So Chuck Duru shooting 2 for Westminster. First one's good. And Duru playing in his 2nd season with the Westminster Warriors, from previous experience with the Reading Rockets, in Essex with the Hemel Storm. Real veteran player as he goes 2 of 2 from the line. Brown powers down the court, kicks it out to Wild. Thought about the 3. Around to Gale. Gale's got space, driving baseline. He's met by 2 Warriors players, kicks it out to Brown, whose 3 is short. And Regent Bascom chases down the rebound. Gale for 3. That one's short as well. And ball's out, but last touch Magic, so it's going to go with the Warriors. Gray going against Brown. Hands it off to Duru. His 3's good. As Wild swings it round, Gale in the corner again's got space and he hits. 9-point Warriors lead, just over a minute to play in the first. Brown around the baseline, pass inside. And a great finish by Oganoa. Goodall over to Brown. Gale tries to answer. 3's no good. Oganoa going 1-on-2 all the way to the basket and draws the foul. And that'll send Sean Oganoa back to the line. We're going to see Matt Goodwin check into the game for the Manchester Magic. Andre Gale heading to the bench. And Gale with 6 points, 2 rebounds so far in the game for the Magic. Oganoa's first shot is short. Second's good, 1 of 2 from the line. Increases the lead to 12 for Westminster. Brown all the way to the basket, can't get the layup to go. Westminster come up with it. Oganoa stops, lays it in, can't get it to fall in. Looks like it just span out as Goodwin comes up with it for the Magic. 18 seconds on the shot and game clock. Wild. That's a Goodwin. Wild gets it back, 5 seconds. 3 seconds, Goodwin with a tough hang. Can't get it to drop, but he's fouled on that, so he's going to head to the line. So Wild will be shooting 2. First one is good. Second one short. 1 second, shot's up, it's going to be too short. So that will do it for the end of the first quarter. Westminster have a 27-16 lead over the Manchester Magic. And Westminster playing with pace here early on in the game. They're led by Jordan Gray, who has 7 points and 3 assists, along with a steal. Justin Hitchman adding in 5 points and 4 rebounds, as well as Chuck Duru with 5 points as well. So Westminster really spreading the scoring around. And for the Magic, Andre Gale leading the way with 6 points and a couple of rebounds. And Ben Brown adding in 4 points rebound and an assist as well. So the Magic currently in 13th place in Division 1. They are behind London, so they will need London to lose their remaining games, and they will need to get 3 wins from their last 3 games against Westminster today, Derby tomorrow, and Essex away on the 1st of April. So it's a tough task for the Magic, and they're going to do what they can and then hope some of the other results go their way. But it's been a difficult season for the Magic, coming up straight from D2. It's a tough league in D1. They've had some injuries, been without some key players for parts of the season, with a relatively short roster by their standards today as well. So been up against it this season, but they've kept fighting, and they're still going to keep fighting till the end of the season. Teams coming back on court as we're about to get the second quarter underway. So it'll be a Westminster ball to start things off. And if you're the Magic here coming out of that quarter break, you want to get a tough defensive stop and get some quick points to start the game off right. As Brown has it knocked away, and there we go, a great stop from Greg Wild for the Magic. Just gives you that bit of a boost. You get a defensive stop. You talk to a lot of players and a lot of teams, they say once you get the D under control and you make a tough stop, the offense is going to flow naturally. As Brown gets it round to Wild. Over to Gale. Gale with 5 seconds on the shot clock, driving to the basket, has it stripped. Brown going all the way and just lays it in off the glass. He's got the speed to outpace the Magic. 29-16, Westminster lead. Goodwin. He's going to be called for the travel on that possession. So ball goes back with the Warriors. It's Brown, back it down Brown. Hands it off, Kerr swings it round. Gray. Gray going against Brown, inside, turns, spins, and hits. What a tough move from Jordan Gray. Takes the Warriors to 31. And ball is knocked loose. Last touch Magic. So it'll be Johnson with the inbound for Westminster. Brown going against Brown, just steps out of bounds, so Magic force a turnover. Brown. Oh, great handoff to Gale, who's fouled under the basket. And that is going to send Andre Gale to the line for 2. It'll be his first trip to the line today. As the first shot is short. Second's good. As Duru and Hitchman check into the game for Westminster. Brown's doubled, manages to swing it round. And a great move to get underneath the basket from Oganoa. He's been off to a hot start so far. 33-17 Westminster lead as Wild hits a huge three. Leads down to 13. Brown hands it off, great handoff to Duru, whose shot just pops out, manages to get the offensive board and puts it back in. So he's going to head to the line. Westminster doing a very good job of drawing those fouls, getting to the free throw line. I think refs are just conferring about something. I think they're just deciding if the foul was before or after the shot. So it was before the shot. Oh, no, it was on the shot. So it's one shot, basket was good. Takes Warriors to 35. And Duru completes the three-point play, takes them to 36. 16-point lead here. Brown over to Goodwin. Goodwin driving inside, off the glass. That's a tough move from Matt Goodwin. And Brown powers down the court, passes out. Round to Johnson. Brown's three's no good. Wild comes up with it for the Magic. And runs into Oganoa. Will be called for the foul. That is just the second team foul on the Warriors this quarter. Second foul on Sean Oganoa. As Oyelesi is going to check in. So Magic ball. Goodall hands it off to Wild. Over to Brown. Gale alone in the corner, puts the three up, and it's good. Leads down to 11. Dre likes that corner three, and that will be an offensive foul call on the Westminster Warriors. So turnover, ball is back with the Magic. Brown gets it around to Goodall. Sorry, Goodwin. Brown gets it back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wild. Set back three. It's too short. Goodall fighting for the rebound inside. It's chased down by Wild. But Brown comes up with it for the Warriors as Hitchman steps through. Great move to the basket and just lays it in. Leads back to 14 for Westminster. Gale, round to Brown. Brown with a fadeaway. Tough move from Ty Brown. And Dre Brown will be fouled as he was getting the ball over the halfway line. As Time Regent Bascom checks in. Bailey Goodall heading to the bench. And that foul was on Greg Weil. That's his second for the Magic. That was Kafelo Litwall. We'll sub in for him. Hitchman. Over to Brown. Duru. Pulls up for three. That one's no good. Brown. To Gale. Magic moving the ball around here around the outside. Goodwin puts up a three, doesn't drop. As Hitchman grabs the rebound, fires it over. And an easy two for the Warriors. As Johnson lays it in. Brown stepping through to the basket, loses the ball. Duru's doubled, needs to get it out. He does. And Brown with a great spin move to the basket and puts it in. Westminster doing a really good job being able to drive the lane, getting inside. Magic really need to close that down, try and clog it up a bit. Regent Bascom, round to Brown, has it blocked. Duru picks it up. Brown going against Gale. Shot doesn't drop, gets his own rebound and kicks it out, fresh 14. Duru stepping through, passes out to Brown. And great move by Dre Brown to get to the basket. Just stepping around Magic players and able to finish. As we will have a timeout. And the Westminster Warriors up 44-26 over the Manchester Magic. And they're led by Jordan Gray, who has 9 points, 3 assists. And Chuck Duru, 8 points and a couple of rebounds as well. The Magic, led by Andre Gale, 9 points, 2 rebounds. And Ben Brown on 4 points as well. So a bit of an uphill battle for the Magic. Halfway through the second quarter, looking at an 18-point deficit. But you've just got to take this possession by possession, cut into the lead bit by bit, just take it play by play. And what they need to try and do, try and close the Warriors down inside, as they're getting some really good looks inside and able to finish underneath the basket. 26 points in the paint for Westminster so far compared to the Magic's 8. So you've got to try and put a stop to that, as difficult it is. Force them to shoot from outside, force them to take tougher shots. And the Magic maybe a little bit outsized today, without Loic Puale and a couple of their the bigger players. But we've seen how tough Bailey Goodall can be inside. And Andre Gale, a great all-round player. So you're gonna think they're gonna try and look to get inside a little bit, try to stop Westminster there as we're back on the court. 4:35 to play in the first half. Ulrich Wall, round to Gale, going against Duru. Back out to Regent Bascom. Ulrich Wall, Gale for 3. And it's good! That's a big 3 for the Magic. Brown. And overshoots it to Oyelese. That'll be a turnover and ball's back with the Magic. As Jardel Kerr checks in. And Oyelese to the bench for the Warriors. 15-point lead here for Westminster. Brown has it stripped by Brown. Dre Brown goes all the way. I think Time Regent Bascom got a hand on it, but it helped it sort of drop in. As Gale hands it over to Goodwin. Gale gets it back. And it's nearly stolen away. Johnson got a hand on that, but it's going to stay with the Magic. Ulrich Wall swings it around to Goodwin. Goodwin with a tough jumper, doesn't drop. Duru, over to Johnson. Oh, great pass inside, it's just tipped away by Regent Bascom. As we'll have a substitution for the Magic. Bailey Goodall coming back in, and Matt Goodwin heading to the bench. So, sideline Warriors ball. Johnson. Going to Brown. Johnson gets it back, and he'll just step out of bounds when he received the ball back. Got a few different lines on this court. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to see for the away team and the home team as well. Ulrich Wall trying to create some space. Round to Regent Bascom. Brown. Brown stepping through, tough move, somehow gets it to drop. Ben Brown just twisting his way to the basket. Oh, great pass over to Kerr, whose shot pops in and then out. As the Magic down 15, look to cut into this. 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Regent Bascom over to Ulrich Wall. Ulrich Wall drive into the basket, tough move. And last touch will be Westminster, so Magic ball. So Jordan Gray checking back in. Chuck Duru heading to the bench. As Regent Baskin for the Magic gets it over to Goodall. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Goodall hands it off to Ulrich Wall. 3 seconds. Magic need to get something off. Ulrich Wall with the fadeaway. Can't get it to drop. Westminster coming back. Gray. Out to Brown. Gray weaving his way through traffic. Hands it off to Johnson, who can't finish. As Ben Brown drives and banks it in. Gray going against Brown. Gray's double pressure from the Magic will be a foul call. And that is going to be on Ben Brown, so that is going to be his 3rd foul. And that's not really what you want to see for the Magic. Ben Brown on 3 early fouls as Elgin Govan checks in. As Ben will have to take a seat. So timeout called. Westminster up 13 with just 1:36 to play here in the second quarter. Jordan Gray, 9 points. Chuck Duru, Dre Brown on 8 points. And Justin Hitchman adding in 7 as well. And for the Magic, Andre Gale, 12 points, 3 rebounds. Ben Brown with 8 points, a rebound and an assist as well. And Time Regent Bascom doing a good job on the boards for the Magic. 5 rebounds, along with his 3 points. And the big story here is points in the paint for the Westminster Warriors. They're doing a great job inside. They've also knocked down some threes as well, so they're a tough team to guard against, as are most teams in this league. All the teams in Division 1. It's a very, very tough league. And when you've got players that can score inside and outside, it makes it such a threat. But the problems for the Magic are definitely coming inside at the moment, so you want to try, as I said before, you want to try close that down. Just make some defensive stances. It's working when the Magic look to be doubling players, as long as you don't end up committing the foul just towards the end of the possession. So it will be Westminster inbound as Johnson gets into Kerr. Around to Brown. Kerr backing down Ulrich Wall. Goodall joins the double team, and Ulrich Wall comes up with the ball. As Regent Bascom hands it off to Ulrich Wall. Round to Govan. Steps back. Regent Bascom round to Ulrich Wall. Drive into the basket, hangs in the air, gets the ball to drop, and he's going to head to the line. Tough move from Kafel. And we've seen him do that all season long. His hang time, the way he gets to the basket, super, super impressive, and he's got a chance for a three-point play at the line. Joe Johnson heads to the bench, Chuck Duru in for the Warriors. Free throw doesn't go, but it's tipped into the hands of Goodall. So Manchester get another chance. Gale, round to Goodall. Goodall going against Duru. Driving baseline, kicks it out to Ullitwall. And that'll just be a step out of bounds. So ball's back with the Warriors. .45 seconds to play here at the second quarter. Gray, over to Duru. Fires from 3, and it's good! Takes the Warriors to 49. Govan, going against Duru, off the glass, doesn't get it to drop. Regent Bascom chases down the rebound. Swings it around to Govan. Govan inside, and finishes. That's Gray going against Govan. Hands it off to Hitchman. 7 seconds. Hitchman. Brown going all the way, bounces out, and Andre Gale will just dribble it out for the Magic. No time to get a shot up, but that will do it for the end of the first half. 49-37, the Westminster Warriors lead over the Manchester Magic. Manchester have been led by Andre Gale, who has 14 points. Ben Brown is on 8. And for the Warriors, 11 points from Chuck Duru and 9 from Jordan Gray. So Magic with some work to do heading into the half-time. And we'll see how the teams regroup as we'll come back with you in around 10 minutes' time and just take a quick break. Welcome back to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. We're getting ready for the second half between the Manchester Magic and the Westminster Warriors. Westminster currently with a 12-point lead over the Magic as we head into the third. They have been led by Chuck Duru, who has 11 points, knocking down a couple of threes and grabbing 3 rebounds as well. Leading the way for the Magic, Andre Gale, 14 points, 4 rebounds. He's been big for the Magic all season long, leads the team in scoring with 16 points per game and 9.1 rebounds, nearly averaging a double-double. So back underway for the third quarter. It'll be Magic ball to start things off. As Gale puts up a 3, that's short. Gray round to Hitchman. Hitchman pulls up from 3. That one's no good. Ball's tapped loose and Ullit Wall comes up with it for the Magic. He kicks it out to Goodall. Brown round to Ullit Wall, driving inside. Shot's no good, but he's fouled, so Kafel Ullit Wall will head to the line. Kafel averaging 7.9 points per game, along with 2.6 assists for the Magic so far this season. As he drains the first free throw, and that's the first points of the game for Kafel. Second one pops down. 11-point game, Westminster lead. Hitchman. Back to Gray. Gray back out to Hitchman. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Thought about the 3, fakes the 3, puts it up and hits! Hitchman faked it, tried it, eventually did it again and it went in. 52-38, Westminster lead. Brown. Over to Gale. Got space, passes inside to Goodall. On a great pass over to Ullit Wall, who hangs inside. Magic not going away. Westminster pulling out to 12, 14-point lead. Magic keep chipping away, coming back into this. It's Hitchman looking against Gale. Hitchman pulls up. Shot doesn't drop and Goodall gets the rebound. Ullit Wall. Back out to Goodall. Meets Duro under the basket. And Gale with a tough shot. That doesn't fall. Gray picks it up. And Gray over to Hitchman. Looked like he was going for the lob for Hitchman, but hit the rim. There's Ullit Wall. Brown to Brown, and Brown puts up a 3, and that's good. Leads down to single digits for the Warriors. As Gray passes over. Kerr inside. Turns, fires, tough move. Can't get it to fall. And that'll be last touch Magic. Ball is with the Warriors on the end line. So Chuck Duru and Sean Oganoa coming in for the Warriors. Oyelesi and Kerr heading to the bench. So end line Warriors ball. Hitchman kicks it out. Duru. Inside to Johnson. Johnson manages to finish. Brown passes over to Goodall, loses control. But the last touch will be Westminster. Ullit Wall into Ty Brown. Ty Brown for 3. That one doesn't go. And there'll be a foul on the floor. That's going to be on Hitchman. It's just his second. As he'll come out and Dre Brown coming in. So, end line Magic ball. Regent Bascom round to Goodall. Bullet wall for 3 and hits! Huge shot for Cafell. Leads down to 8. Magic need to get a stop here. Gray against the lit wall, swings it round. And there's going to be a travel call on the Warriors. So that counts as a stop for the Magic. Dre Brown picking up Ty Brown. Ty off the screen from Goodall. Brown to Gale. Regent Bascom in the corner, hits the 3. And that will bring the lead down to 5 as Westminster want a timeout to talk things over. Coach Lawrence Brown calling the timeout. 54-49 with 6:24 remaining in the third. And Manchester having done a very good job coming out of half-time, outscoring the Warriors this quarter 12-5. A couple of big three-pointers from Cafell, Ullitwall and Time Regent Bascom. And now, the last time these two teams met back in December in Westminster, the Magic took a 70-69 win as Loic Puale hit 3 clutch free throws with just seconds left to put the Magic ahead, and that was in a come-from-behind fourth quarter win. So Westminster leading throughout the game in that one. Manchester able to come back in the really strong fourth quarter, and they'll be hoping to mirror something similar today, with Westminster having led throughout the game so far. And here in the third, Magic have just gone on a little bit of a run, closing a 14-point lead back to 5. So teams coming back on court, and it will be Westminster ball. As Brown looks aside to Duru. Johnson for 3. That one's too short off the front of the rim. Brown picks it up. Resets for the Warriors. Oganoa. And that is going to be a foul on Andre Gale for the Magic. Just his first team foul for the Magic this quarter. So it will be sideline Westminster ball. Jardel Kerr coming in. Sean Oganoa. That's Johnson on the inbound. Looks to get it in. Brown. Back to Johnson. And tough move to the basket from Duru. And puts the lead back up to 7. Ullitwall driving, going against Kerr, reverse layup, manages to finish. That's a tough move from Cafell. Leads back to 5. Magic are not going away. Johnson to Kerr underneath the basket, who just lays it in. Brown and draws the foul. That's going to be on Dre Brown. That's his first, puts the Warriors on 3 team fouls for the quarter. So sideline Gale, into Brown. Brown out to Ullitwall, it's knocked away. Magic will need to reset. Wall into Brown. Round to Regent Bascom. Ulrich Wall for 3. That's no good. Dre Brown grabs the rebound for Westminster. 7-point game, just over 5 to play in the third. Kerr driving baseline. Oh, great pass over to Johnson. And he's fouled on the shot, so he's going to head to the line. John Johnson will be shooting 2. First shot's good. Second, also good. 2 of 2s from the line for Johnson. It's Brown driving all the way. Kicks it out to Gale. Hands it back off to Brown. Regent Bascom steps back for 3. That's in and out, no good, as Duru pulls the rebound down. And Kerr just lays it in and leads back to 11. So every time the Magic just creep into this a little bit, cut into the lead, Westminster able to pull away as Brown drives to the basket. His layup doesn't drop. Gray powering down the court, stops to kick it back out. Brown for 3, and that's good. Westminster having gone on a bit of a run of their own here in the last couple of minutes. Puts the lead back up to 14 after the Magic closed it to 5. So timeout called. We've got 4:07 to play in the third. Manchester have been led by Andre Gale, who has 14 points, 4 rebounds, and Ben Brown and Kafel Ulrich Wall on 8 points apiece. For Westminster, Chuck Duru, 13 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists as well. And Jordan Gray with 9 points, 2 rebounds and 5 assists. As Westminster have gone on a 15-14 run this quarter. So the Magic will next be back at home tomorrow against the Derby Trailblazers, sitting in 3rd place in Division 1. That will be the Magic's last home game of the season, so get down to the Manchester Basketball Centre or catch it on the Manchester Magic and Mystics YouTube channel. Can't make it the last game of the season, but back on court here, it is Magic ball, down 14. Ulrich Wall, he's got Gray on him. Ulrich Wall pulls back. Round. Goodall, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Gale. 5. Gale pulls up for 3. High arc on that and hits. And that's Andre Gale's 4th 3-pointer of the game as Dre Brown powers down the court, hands it off. Gray gets it round and Johnson comes up against Goodall. Duru, round to Brown. Brown from deep. Doesn't drop. Ulrich Wall stepping through to the basket, kicks it out to Regent Bascom. Goodall backing down Brown. Back out, and that is going to be an offensive foul call on the Magic. Might just been a bit of a push off on that possession, so that is a second foul on Bailey Goodall. As Brown hands it over to Gray. Kurt driving baseline, it's met by Goodall. Kicks it out, Johnson driving to the basket, draws the foul. And John Johnson heading back to the free throw line. Justin Hitchman checks in. Chuck Duru going to the bench for Westminster, and we'll see Ben Brown back in the game for Ty Brown for the Magic. So Johnson at the line for 2. He's gone 2 of 2 so far this game. Shooting just under 70% from the line this season. As the first one doesn't drop. Second one doesn't go either. Goodall gets the rebound for the Magic. Magic with the chance to cut this to single digits. Bullet Wall over to Gale. Gale steps through, got space inside, and he's blocked by Kerr. Gray with a spin. Oh, great move to the basket. Finds himself underneath and drops it in. Leads back to 13. Bullet Wall hangs in the air and drops it in. As Brown, looking against Ben Brown, hands it off. Gray. Johnson inside, backing down Goodwin. Gray turns and fires for 3, doesn't drop. Goodall driving inside, kicks it out. Gale, Ben Brown, corner 3, shots up. No good for the Magic. Hitchman passes it inside to Kerr. Gray going against Gale. Gray, 4 seconds to shoot, out to Hitchman. Hitchman pulls the trigger from 3 and banks it in. That's a big shot from Hitchman. 14-point game. Ben Brown going against Dre Brown. Round to Goodwin. Goodwin for 3. That's good. Nothing but net from Matt Goodwin. Got just under a minute to play in the third. Hitchman out to Kerr. Kerr answers with a big 3 of his own. 14-point game. Brown. Brown driving inside as it's stripped. Johnson steals it away, and it'll be last touch Magic. So Westminster ball as Oganoa and Duru come back in for the Westminster Warriors. 33.2 to go in the third. 14-point lead for Westminster. Kerr into Hitchman. Round to Brown. Brown steps back for 3. That one's too short. Gale grabs the rebound. Over to Goodwin. Bullet Wall. Into Goodall. Great pass. Goodall swings it back out. Ben Brown for 3 and hits. Leads down to 11, 5 seconds to go. Duru all alone under the basket, lays it in. And that's a tough end to the third quarter for the Magic, doing some hard work and then just getting caught with Duru all alone under the basket. So that will do it for the end of the third quarter. 75-62. Westminster have a 13-point lead over the Manchester Magic. Andre Gale with 17 points and 5 rebounds for the Magic, and Chuck Duru 15 points, 4 rebounds for the Westminster Warriors. And I'm very pleased to be joined for the fourth quarter by Adam Masters.
Apologies for my tardiness. I have been on official duty though, Kaz. Yeah, I've been up in Leeds today, your hometown.
Yeah.
For the last regular season game for the Mystics under 14s too. They beat Leeds to finish second in their conference.
I'm torn with that result there.
Yeah, well, playoffs start next weekend, so Great season for the Mystics, so yeah, apologies for my tardiness. I didn't think it was 7:30 tip-off, to be honest, so I've been listening to the broadcast and watching it, and it sounds like it's been a pretty entertaining game so far.
Yeah, it's been a good one. I mean, Westminster have been ahead throughout the game, but Manchester just keep cutting back into this. Pulled it back down to 5 in that quarter as well.
Yeah.
Westminster, though, doing a really good job of being able to stay on top of things and just pull away. But as I said a little bit earlier on, the last time these two teams faced up back in December, it was a 1-point Magic win.
Yeah.
And they came from behind in the fourth quarter. It was a fourth quarter turnaround for the Magic. So it's been done.
Yeah,
Can they do it again?
It was certainly a great game last time, so let's hope that there's a little bit of drama left at the end of this one.
Definitely. And with just, a game and a quarter left for the Magic at home today. This season.
Yeah.
It's coming to the end of the season. One last game tomorrow against Derby, and then they'll be away to Essex to end the season next Saturday. So back underway for the fourth quarter. It'll be Warriors ball. So for the Magic here, Adam, you need to get a stop quite quickly, get some good momentum, capitalise on the other end. I'd
say so. And looking at the lineup that Pete's gone with, it looks like he's going to be looking for some big threes from probably Matt Goodwin or Andre and Ben Brown there. But obviously Bailey's on the floor to just keep things under control defensively.
And that's great from Andre Gale, who tips the ball out into the hands of Goodwin. Magic will just turn it over. A bit of a miscommunication as Duru hands it off. Stolen away by Goodall, gets it out to Gale. So Magic do come up with it in the end. And Goodwin will just step out of bounds on the court, so turnover Magic.
Magic did well to turn over the turnover there. It's good work at the other end of the floor from Bailey.
Gray passes inside. Oginowo back it down a little wall. Oh, great handoff to Kerr, who finishes with a reverse. Goodwin round to Gale. Back to Goodall. Gale for 3. That doesn't drop. And Hitchman is going to be fouled on that possession, and that is going to be on Ulrich Wall as Dre Brown comes into the game for Westminster.
Is this a record-breaking game for the amount of people with the surname of Brown?
I think it might be, yes. We also have Coach Brown.
Coach Brown as well. So we're up to 4 there.
Yeah. Dre Brown inside to Hitchman. Hitchman working against Goodall. That's a tough move. Can't get it to fall. Dives on the floor for his own rebound and comes up with it. Steps through. And foul is called on Ben Brown. That is going to be his 4th. Or 5th, sorry. The table calling that as the 5th foul on Ben Brown. So he's out of the game for the last 8:45 of the 4th.
Well, there's still plenty of firepower out there. Greg Wiles checked into the game, and we know he can make it rain from the outside too if need be.
Yeah, we've seen that this season. We've seen it in a few different leagues as Hitchman's first shot doesn't fall. Second one's good. Increases the lead to 16 for the Warriors. A lot of work for the Magic to do here in the 4th. Ulrich Wall loses it, and Duru comes up with it, and that'll be a quick foul on the Magic. That'll be on Kafel Ulrich Wall. So end line, Warriors ball. It's great. Drives, passes off to Hitchman. Out to Duru. 3 doesn't drop. And Hitchman chasing down the rebound, comes up with it. Driving inside and manages to get the ball to drop. Really tough move from Justin Hitchman there to finish on that possession. And he's got 15. Regent Bascom runs into a wall of Warriors players. And Oganoa just driving and able to lay it in, and that will cause Pete Baraskiva to call a timeout for the Magic, as the Warriors increase the lead to 20 points, so a quick turnaround there for Westminster.
Yeah, Westminster is certainly in a nice rhythm there, not letting the Magic in even a little bit. Time Regent Bascom getting tied up under the basket, but the transition play from Westminster really strong, and they look fairly in control at the moment.
Yeah, and the big difference in today's game, definitely the points in the paint for the Warriors. 44 to the Magic's 22, and Westminster have just been able to do a really good job of getting under the basket, getting inside and just finishing. They're also getting those offensive boards, and if they're not hitting it first time, they're getting the second chance points. So just to recap as well, Manchester currently in 13th place in the standings in Division 1. They need 3 wins from their last 3 games, and they need London to lose their last game to Westminster in order to stay in Division 1. So 20-point comeback. It's tough.
It's tough. I mean, basketball can be such a cruel game sometimes, but as well as that, it can be such an amazing game because, you know, with the season on the line, 7:52 on the clock, you wouldn't want to rule any team out. So obviously it's a big task for the guys.
It's tough, but back underway. Ulrich Wall working against Gray. Wild. Stepping through to the basket. That's a tough shot. Can't get it to fall. Gray grabs the rebound. Ogano is there and lays it in. Nice little slam dunk there. Wasn't a layup, was it? He looked like he was going for a layup, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna."
Yeah, he wanted to put the authority on it.
Ulrich Wall against Brown. Loses it, and there's been some tough D just like that from Westminster.
This Westminster defense, nothing's coming through there at the moment.
Absolutely suffocating. And great job for them. You know, they've had a tough season as well, like the Magic. Just 2 wins so far.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they'll be relegated down into Division 2 after having come up last season. But love to see the fight that they're putting into this game. They've just been working hard all game long. So 7:04 to play here in the 4th. Ulrich Wall into Goodall. Regent Bascom, 3 seconds to shoot. Wild at the buzzer for 3, it's good! Gray, out to Duru. Oganoa driving to the basket, kicks it out to Gray. Great ball movement from the Warriors. Brown's three's up, in and out, and then back in again. As Wild looks to answer, his three's good.
Oh, Greg's feeling it.
Back-to-back threes for Wild. Gray into Kerr. Brown out to Gray. Thought about the 3. And Duru. That doesn't drop. Goodall with the rebound, and pass is intercepted. Ogano is going to try 3. That's not going to fall.
Well, nice little run from Greg Wild there. 6 points in under a minute.
Yeah, definitely. And he's had a good season, hasn't he, for the Magic, and he's under 18s.
Well, yeah. I mean, Greg, it's been great having him back here. Obviously, he had the injury for quite a lot of the season, and it's been kind of typical of the Magic's luck this year, really. There he goes again.
Another 3.
Uh-oh. Hello, Greg Wild.
It's raining 3s. 9 quick points for Wild. As Duru drives the baseline, kicks out to Gray. Gray's three's up. That's no good. Regent Bascom. Wild bringing the ball down court. Driving to the basket. He's going to draw the foul. Just the first team foul for the Warriors, though, this quarter. And Greg Wild looks like a man on a mission here in the fourth.
Well, I mean, if he can somehow break the momentum of Westminster, 9 quick points there for Greg. And he's just forced to stop there as well. If you can interrupt the run and then go on a run yourself.
That's Goodall, hands it off to Ullet Wall. Round to Wild. He's had the hot hands. Wild stepping through to the basket, floaters up and goes in.
Beautiful basket.
That's 11 points in a row for Greg Wild. Hitchman swings it round. And foul on the floor by Goodall.
You see now, sometimes what can happen is if you get a nice bit of momentum, especially from one guy there, and draw Westminster into a bit of a shootout and throw them off their rhythm.
Yeah.
They put up another three. That one goes though.
It's a 16-point lead for the Warriors. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Ullet Wall to Wild. Gets it back. Ullet Wall for three. That one doesn't go. As Brown gets it round to Duru. Hitchman driving baseline, great move, can't finish. And fouls called.
Well, it looked like two of the Warriors fouled one another, then going up for the rebound.
Yeah,
I think somebody might have caught Bailey Goodall.
That foul's on Hitchman. His third for the Warriors as we see Elgin Govan check in. So is coach Pete Paraskiva going to go to his shooters.
Looks like he's going to the shooters.
Gale, round to Govan. Regent Bascom. Working against Oyelesi. Regent Bascom driving to the basket. Doesn't go, gets his own rebound. Can't finish the putback. Hitchman comes away with it. And Hitchman stepping through against Goodall. Has to back it out. Going back inside. Can't get that to fall. Regent Bascom with a rebound. Wild. Out to Govan. Govan for three. That one's no good. And the Magic need to get some quick stops here. You need to be able to get those points. You can see what they're trying to do. They've got a lot of three-point shooters on this team. They're just looking to get the ball outside to them.
Yeah, they need to force some turnovers, get down the floor quick.
Hitchman's shot's no good. But offensive board Warriors, and Hitchman puts it back in. He's been doing that all game long. And the Magic might have left it a little bit too late as Wild powers down the court, steps through, and he'll be called for the offensive foul. As Coach Lawrence Brown wants the timeout for the Warriors. So 3:13 to play in the fourth, 91-73 Westminster lead. Looks a pretty comfortable lead for them at the moment.
Yeah, they've got the Magic kind of where they want them, 3:13. It's a monumental ask for the Magic. But to be fair to Westminster, they've managed to respond well to everything. That little run from Greg Wild there doesn't seem to have phased them too much.
Yeah, and a very impressive run from Greg as well. He's on 15 points in 11 minutes, hitting 4 threes. For the Warriors, Chuck Duru, 15 points, 4 rebounds. And Dre Brown, 14 points, 7 rebounds as well. So Westminster next back in action against Newcastle University next Saturday, April the 1st. And the Manchester Magic will be back here tomorrow at 5:30 against the Derby Trailblazers in their last home game of the season. As Magic putting on the full court pressure here on the Warriors. Kerr manages to get it over the line there, over to Hitchman, into Kerr. Kerr backing down Regent Bascom, loses control. Magic ball, Regent Bascom tearing down the court, going against Hitchman. Tough move to the basket, somehow gets that to drop. It looked like it had Westminster hands all over it. Duru's doubled. Westminster keep control as Hitchman drives to the basket. His shot doesn't fall into the hands of Goodall. Govan driving all the way, and he's blocked.
That's not going to be called for a goaltender and a foul. He definitely picks up the foul.
So it was a pushing foul on Gray. He's going to send Govan to the line.
I really like the confidence in Elgin Govan there, going down the floor, and that's nice extended arm for the layup. That seems to be a move that he's really worked on. I've seen a few highlights of him when he was over in Europe, making shots like that.
That's the first shot is good from the line for Elgin Govan. Second's good as well. 14-point game, 2.5 minutes to play. Johnson hands it off to Brown. Gray going against Govan. Over to Duru. Gray, 5 seconds to shoot. Kerr pulls up from 3. That doesn't drop. Goodall gets the rebound. Goodwin over to Wild. Wild stops, pulls up for 3. Doesn't get it to drop. It was a good look from Greg Wild. As Gray gets it into Duru, and he's fouled by Bailey Goodall at the halfway line. And it's been a good effort from the Magic these last few minutes, really putting the pressure on defensively as well, and you wonder if maybe they've just done it a little bit too late.
Yeah, they've been working hard. I mean, this whole season, it's been frustrating for the Magic, because obviously at times, I mean, they've played some great basketball. That defence that we know and love, I mean, you just look over there at Bailey Goodall labouring, and Sam Regent Baskin. These guys have worked hard all year. Frustrating for them.
Duru's first shot doesn't drop for Westminster. Second one's good. Leads back to 15. That's a good win for the Magic. Round to Wild. Wild for 3. And that hits!
Money.
It's not over yet. Greg Wild with 5 threes in the game, all in the fourth quarter. Gray driving to the basket, hands it off to Kerr. Leads back to 14. Goodwin to Wild. Wild. Fade away, doesn't go. As Johnson gets it over to Brown.
Fair play to Elgin Govan for not backing down there. He's been called for the foul, but I think he did the right thing there.
Yeah, as that sends Brown to the line.
It's what the Magic need now is stops. Quick turnovers down the floor and quick baskets, so
yeah, and
sensible move from Elgin there.
As we've just seen, they've got guys that can shoot threes.
Yeah.
But Dre Brown putting a bit of a dampener on those hopes as he hits the first free throw. And the second takes the Warriors back to a 16-point lead. We've got just over a minute to play in the fourth. As Oganoa picks it up and lays it in.
It's a tired turnover from the Magic.
Wild hands it over to Regent Bascom. Wild gets it back. Round to Govan. Govan against Kerr.
Oh, nice move.
Passes off to Regent Bascom, who turns and fires and nails the 3. 52 seconds to go. Johnson inside to Kerr. Great pass and finish. And the Warriors hit 100. As Govan over to Regent Bascom. Hands it off to Goodwin. Goodwin for 3. That hits. And the
Magic putting on the Magic putting on a shooting display right now.
That's Gray. Gets it over to Brown. And Brown looks like he's just going to slow things down, going to dribble it out. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. As they've hit 100, Johnson fires a 3, pops in and out, and Goodwin will just dribble it out. So that will do it for the game. 100-85, the Westminster Warriors take the win over the Manchester Magic. Westminster led by 17 points from Jardale Kerr, 5 rebounds as well. Justin Hitchman had 18 and 10, and Chuck Daru and Dre Brown adding in 16 points apiece. A real all-round effort from the Westminster Warriors. Congratulations to them. And for the Manchester Magic, Greg Wild, 18 points in 14 minutes, hitting 5 of 7 from 3. Andre Gale with 17 points and 5 rebounds. Time Regent Bascom adding in a double-double of 10 points and 11 rebounds. A tough loss for the Magic, and that will put them in the relegation position back into Division 2. It's been a difficult season for them, but we'll be back here tomorrow, a game against Derby, and in a way, maybe a bit freeing, playing without any pressure. Derby will be wanting to win to get that 3rd spot. And it's been a tough game today, but they fought through it, Ads. Well,
it was a valiant effort at the end of the game there. Greg Wild obviously going off. Great performance from him. But yeah, you can see how tired these guys are. Bailey Goodall, bless him, looks exhausted. He's worked so hard this year. Andre Gale as well. But yeah, it's a tough all season for the Magic. They've worked hard. It's just not been their year.
It's a tough league. It's a tough league though, and congratulations to Westminster, who head back home with a 100-85 win over the Magic. That'll make the long journey back home all that much sweeter, I imagine. So thank you to everyone that's joined us. We'll be back tomorrow at 5:30 on the Manchester Magic and Mystics